To the last credit here, coming to you with a review, discussion, spoiler talk about Transformers last night. I saw it last night in IMAX 3D.
I saw it today in regular, and the aspect ratio was on.
Yeah, even though Dylan went to tell the theater people that something was wrong.
Like, they fixed it, but the way
they fixed it, but it wasn't right.
Yeah, what they did was originally it didn't fit the screen, and there were two huge black bars to the right and left side. And what they did, basically, they didn't get around to trying to fix it until the movie actually started. And what they did was, instead of just widening the screen to its regular length or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of like enclosed the screen or whatever, made it smaller, just so it fit. It could take up those two black bars that were there. So the screen just wasn't as big as it was supposed to be. And it's like,
that's interesting.
Idiots! Why couldn't you just fix it?
Should have gone with that IMAX, Dylan.
Oh god.
Or that big D.
I already paid $10 for that movie. I'm not paying double for it.
I got a free T-shirt though, so I win.
T-shirt was lit.
Yes. What did you think of Transformers the last night?
Fuck this movie. This movie is...
This movie is so awful. Like, I can't believe how awful it is. Like, I expect it to be bad, but like this bad. Oh my god.
Let's travel back in time a little bit, like Optimus Prime should have, like the leak synopsis said.
The leak synopsis said that?
I told you about
this. I thought that was your idea. I remember you telling me that. I thought that was your idea.
The leak synopsis was that Optimus was going to travel back in time to get the staff of Berlin so he could save Earth. That was the leak synopsis, and the movie is nothing like that. Oh dear God.
Optimus is... This is a spoiler discussion, obviously, but Optimus is evil for like 5 minutes.
Yes, like 5 minutes.
And that was their whole marketing campaign. It's ridiculous.
That is possibly the most interesting aspect of the movie is him being evil, and he's evil for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, most of the movie he's just traveling back to Earth, right?
But they don't even show him traveling back to Earth. He just shows up out of fucking nowhere. He just shows up.
Yeah.
They never show him. They just show like fucking Cybertron like coming to Earth, and then he just shows up out of fucking nowhere.
Oh, and that's another thing. My friend brought up a good point. He called this Transformers Martha moment. When
yeah, basically.
When Bumblebee just out of nowhere gets his voice back.
Yeah, and it's never explained.
And snaps.
It's never explained.
It snaps because they make a whole big deal about like I can't remember that Transformer that got him Siri as a voice, but it was like, oh, don't worry, we'll get your voice back, B, and then he just gets it back.
It's never explained. And the thing is I was wondering the whole time. I don't know if I missed something. The way they fucking go over subplots and everything in this movie and just basically, it's like watching this movie is like, it's like scanning over a really long, convoluted script. Just like kind of just scanning over it and not really reading it thoroughly.
Yeah, and then you have to like recite it to someone as soon as you're done with it.
Yeah. I don't know if I missed something or what, but I was thinking the whole time, at the beginning of the movie, Optimus wanted redemption through his own free will. He wasn't controlled by Robot Girl. So when he turned good again, why did he still not want redemption or whatever?
When stopping the evil plan get his redemption back?
I don't know, because he wanted to save his world or whatever, and like wanted to fuck up the humans when he was still in his own free fucking will, but even before Robot Girl.
I thought it wasn't about messing up the humans. It was just about getting the spear, and then he thought that would bring Cybertron back.
I don't know. There's so much shit in this movie.
The military is so stupid. They trust Megatron. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get you we're gonna get you the staff Megatron, so you
Yeah,
can bring
oh
it
my
back.
God.
And, like
That stuff they did with the fucking title cards. Oh my god.
the title cards.
That was so bad.
Oh, you mean when they were introducing Megatron's crew?
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
I did not.
It
like,
reminded
I
me
hated
of
that.
a good version of Suicide Squad.
I liked it in Suicide Squad, but I hated it in this.
Besides
I did
that
not
racist
like it.
robot, I didn't have a problem with it.
I just yeah.
There were quite a few racist robots in that movie.
And they basically just used the same design for Soundwave for that for Shockwave for that one character.
Which one?
The racist one. Basically the same design as Shockwave. Now they're just reusing designs, I guess.
Well, that's a problem I've always had with these movies. A lot of the
all the Decepticons look the same.
Yeah, because they're all gray and black.
Yeah,
all the Autobots have color.
It's so dumb. And oh god, where to begin with this movie? Really?
Like, people say, like, oh, Transformer movies, they're the type of movies you can turn off your brain. But this plot was so needlessly complicated that you couldn't. Like, there's so many subplots and characters in this movie that don't need to be there at all. I don't know why they're there.
Like John fucking Turturro.
John Turturro, Tony Hale.
Anthony Hopkins is just kind of like there in this movie. You can tell.
I thought he was good. Yeah,
I thought he was fine for. I mean, he's just Anthony Hopkins, but like I thought I could kind of tell he was.
I liked his robot servant. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
he was kind of annoying at points, but he was...
that joke he made when Anthony Hopkins was fucking dying was a little weird. I think the main thing that stands out the most out of this clusterfuck of a movie is. I don't know why no one is bringing this up in their reviews, but maybe people just forgot about 4 or just didn't care. I don't know. But they never explain how Galvatron became Megatron. They never explain it. They don't even. I mean, Megatron's cool in this movie. There's that. That's probably my.
Yeah, it looks cool, and I can't remember his name, but the voice actor.
Frank Welker.
Frank Welker. He did a good job.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any of the acting's. None of the acting I didn't really mind to me. It's just characters that didn't need to be there, or most of the acting didn't mind.
Let's see, the acting.
The little girl was kind of annoying, and
Peter Cullen in this movie, the way he was, I don't know if it was the dialogue or the way he was delivering his lines, but it was weird. It seemed like he just did not want to do it at all anymore. This movie is so bad that I mean, I'm just gonna say it. This is a more cohesive. I mean, not more cohesive.
Less.
Suicide Squad is a more cohesive movie than this movie, and yes, I would say this is the worst Transformers movie. It's even though it's shorter than 4.
It doesn't feel that shorter than 4. It felt really long.
It did feel long, but even though it is shorter than 4, this movie it is so just convoluted, and it's just so all over the place. Like 4 is, I don't fucking remember any of it, but at least like it's a story. Like, it's not a good story, but you can watch it and somewhat understand it. This movie is just like
I get what you're saying,
fucking over the place. It's just
that Bud Light product placement, though.
Oh god. What? Do you have any positives?
I think some sequences work in their own right and are enjoyable. They're not enough to recommend the movie to, but like some of the action could be cool. Like, Michael Bay knows how to shoot action, and it looked nice in the IMAX 3D. And yeah, like I said, the acting I thought worked regardless of like characters not needing to be there. For the most part, the new Transformers they introduced, they just got lost in the movie.
All of the Transformers get lost in the
movie. I liked the servant one. Like, Hot Rod was in there. Was Hot Rod at the end?
No.
He
wasn't. Characters and Transformers in this movie that just disappear.
Yeah.
They're introduced in the movie, and you think they're going to be an important character, and then they just disappeared, just gone. Like for like half of the movie, the little girl is not even mentioned, and then she just
That was
shows
so
up at the end
weird.
of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck did she come from? And then Mark Wahlberg says that thing where like, so I see you got my message. What fucking message? My man Darren, okay, Darren mentioned he thought that, the humans were going to call upon Megatron to whoop Optimus's ass. That would have been. They shouldn't have called what they should. Optimus should have came to Earth long before he actually did in the movie.
Yes.
And he should have started like fucking laying waste and shit. And
because that's what they made it look like was going to happen.
Yeah, the marketing for this movie is so misleading. The movie that the trailers are trying to sell you on is not the movie you're getting. And it's a much worse version of the movie that we all thought we were going to get. And what they should have done instead of doing what they did with Megatron is Optimus should have came to Earth much earlier, and then the humans would be so desperate that they called upon Megatron to save them. And Megatron's just like, okay, this is my opportunity to kill Optimus or whatever, and then they fight, and then somehow one will be like convince him to go good again, and then Optimus whoops Megatron's ass, and save the fucking day.
And of course, we get another line of dialogue about Megatron being like, "Remember when we were brothers prime?"
We get that every fucking
movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of dialogue, the humor is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
In every Transformers movie.
Like I was so into the movie. I was so into the movie at first when they were doing the King Arthur.
That was the most awkward joke.
And then they made the joke. And then they made the joke about Merlin being a drunk. I'm just like, oh,
and you just kept going.
Yeah, it just it was like going so high, and I was like, I am so into this movie. Then it crashed and burned so quickly.
The opening scene of this movie is fucking awesome.
And I was like, okay, I want to see Michael Bay's King Arthur movie now.
I thought the same thing. And then they do the shit with Merlin. It's like, what the fuck? And the ending for this movie is more abrupt than any Transformers.
Yeah, it wasn't as abrupt as Dark on the Moon, because I feel like with this one, I was like, okay, this is where it's ending, even though it's just Optimus making the same speech and the same ending.
Same fucking speech he said every fucking movie, but I knew it was ending. I think it's just the shot that they ended on. Maybe I just didn't expect them to end on that shot, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I expected them to end on the circular shot that Michael Bay was doing of all the Transformers standing around. And then they didn't do that. It was like some shot in space or something, and then we just cut to the fucking sand dunes. But I thought it was more abrupt than 3, but 3 is still weird. But at least that movie's actually entertaining. Oh yeah, the third act of this movie is not entertaining to me.
I was so done with the movie by that point that I didn't care.
I thought it was appalling to look at, honestly.
In places it looked nice, but in other places it looked really messy.
It looked just gross to me. It was just so much CGI. It felt like my brain was getting ass raped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and just when they were in Cybertron, I guess, or
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, just it was like everybody was just flying around, trying to catch each other to beat each other up, and
this was a Transformers movie where a lot of people say that in every Transformers movie you just don't know what the fuck is happening, and Chris Duckman said that it just looks like two robots having sex. The aspect ratio switching, that was fucking weird.
It was. I didn't mind it. I thought it got worse as the film went on.
Yes.
I didn't mind it at the beginning, but as it did, I'm like, oh, okay, it's getting a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I didn't mind it when the movie first started, and in that opening scene, and then once it really got going, I was like, because the thing is, the cameras that Michael Bay switches between, you can with all of them, you can tell they're all different cameras, and
Yeah,
it
because the
just
quality
makes
looks really different.
yes, and the characters in this movie are just awful. Like I don't give a shit about any of them. Mark Wahlberg's good in the movie, but I don't give a shit about his character. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit about
I think,
any of
like
the
I said,
characters.
I don't think I think it's less the actors and just what they're given.
I care about the fucking Transformers more than I do the human
It made no
characters.
sense to
And
me why they didn't just have his daughter die, her be
um,
dead, and then he could just take the little girl under his wing because they both lost and don't really have families.
yeah, that would have made more sense. And when the fucking world is ending, he doesn't even seem really concerned about his daughter. He just like texts her and is like, "Look up in the sky."
I I mean, what can he do though?
I mean, he just didn't seem worried. Like he just
Oh
didn't really
yeah,
care.
I guess they were confident they were gonna fulfill the mission. Then 5 minutes later, Josh Duhamel's like, "It's all over."
It's all over.
It's like, no, we're not leaving without Prime, okay?
No, we're not leaving without Prime. We're not giving up on Prime, okay?
Mark
And I
Wahlberg,
like
God bless him.
Wahlberg's hair in this movie.
I did. He was complaining about it, but I thought it made him look cool.
Josh Duhamel is probably the most interesting character in this movie.
It was cool seeing him back.
Yes, it was very cool seeing him back. Yeah, I just wish he was in more of the movie, and I wish he was the main character of the movie. I fucking swear, if the next movie they're still either trying to send the Transformers off or hunt them fucking down, I'm going to.
I like the idea that they were illegal, but like it's just like they keep doing this.
They keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's just so annoying. The only thing that is different about this movie is that uh, Optimus Prime's evil. He's only evil for like 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter till like the end of the second act, then it's over.
And sometimes some of the like references or whatever that they make to the like old cartoons and stuff seem really like forced. Like when they called when she called Optimus Prime Nemesis Prime. The way they mention Unicron is just really the way. I don't know, maybe it's just the way Michael Bay directs his actors to say these lines is just weird and makes it just feel so forced. Like when they say Unicron or when they say Nemesis Prime, it's like it's like I'm waiting for them to turn to the camera and just go wink wink. Unicron, you remember him from that movie Nemesis Prime? Remember him from episode 42 of Transformers season 3? And Michael, God, I'm glad Michael Bay's leaving.
Yeah, but we still got this writing.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
if Michael Bay was given better writing, he'd make a much better movie.
okay, so they're still writing.
Who?
Everyone that wrote this movie is still writing.
Well, they had the writers' room, and they like planned out the entire universe.
Fucking damn.
Or that how many ever.
Yeah, these movies are fucked.
I mean, Bumblebee might be. I'm into Bumblebee.
I think that the writers' room is the main problem with like the main reason.
Well, yeah, it's like it's not necessarily that a writing room or writers' room exists. It's just that they all had ideas and they all went with all the ideas they had.
Yeah, that's why this movie's so convoluted, and I hope that maybe they'll learn their lesson with this one. Probably not. Maybe they will. Why can't they just make something like 3? Just make 3, except with a more interesting first 2 acts. Give me that movie. That brings me back. The only bad acting I think that is in this movie is the kids at the beginning.
Oh, they were bad. Yes, they were bad.
They were awful.
The little girl was kind of. I thought she was kind of bad in places.
The scene between her and Canopy was good. That was really good.
Yeah, she was good there. Yeah.
And then the kids.
I was so glad when the kids left. I was like, thank God they're not main characters because I honestly had no idea.
I thought they were going to be, and I was like, no.
I was like, little girl's okay. Just leave it with that and Mark Wahlberg and the million other characters they have in this movie.
And also, cussing in this movie seems so forced. Like, it just seems like they're cussing just to cuss. And it's just like, okay. Like, the little kids cussing, it's like, and they're trying to make the audience laugh by having a little black kid say cuss words, and it's just so stupid. Like, it's stereotypical and stupid. Please stop doing it. I send this message to any good writers still out there. Write a good Transformers movie for us. That's all I need. Another good Transformers movie for us. But yeah, I think this movie is everything that is bad about this franchise is this movie. If you took everything that was bad about this franchise, put it into one movie, you'd get this movie.
That's a good point. I wouldn't say the comedy isn't funny, but I don't know if it reaches like the weirdness of 2.
Yeah, it doesn't really reach the weirdness.
Like, it's still awful, but like you don't have John Turturro ripping his pants off and
that stupid Transformer like humping Megan Fox's leg. Well, that's all I got to say. Fuck this movie. I hate it.
Yeah, it's awful. And
second or worst movie of the year. I haven't decided yet.
I'm not sure either. It's between this and The Mummy. What is your? Oh, okay, never mind.
Either this or 50 Shades Darker.
Yeah.
Hehehe.
All right, so that's all we have to say on Transformers: The Last Knight. Let us know what you thought of this abomination in the comments, or maybe you liked it. Why did you like it? I'm curious to find that out. I haven't seen anyone that say they liked it, so that'd be interesting. And Dylan, where can people find you?
At OG_NDB on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me at Miller Farrow on Twitter. Thanks for listening.